Did the IDF put out the wrong footage or they got it wrong?
No, so I answered you. Maybe you are not happy with the answer I'm giving you.
Oh dear, it's not going well for the Zionists at the moment. This is Danon, the Israel ambassador to the UN, and he's about to get taken apart on Sky News. Look, even Piers Morgan gets it. You know it's going bad for the Israel supporters when even Piers Morgan has seen the truth.
With this particular incident with the paramedics, it wasn't until footage emerged. Israel continued to deny that these were innocent paramedics. You said that they were, in fact, Hamas militants. It wasn't until footage emerged that Israel then said it would conduct an internal investigation, and the findings of that investigation has not concluded that these were Hamas militants, even though the paramedics say they alerted the IDF of who they were. In terms of yesterday's attack, I just want to show you some footage that was released by the IDF. Israeli forces say that they were targeting, as you say, a Hamas command and control center buried underneath the European hospital. You can see what the IDF says are tunnels outlined there in red. And this is footage, Ambassador, that the IDF itself has put out. Now, Sky News has confirmed the footage actually shows the Isan al-Agha school, which is about 160 meters away. So this is the courtyard of a school and not, in fact, the command and control center of Hamas.
So, because you sent me that information, I checked it with our people on the ground. And what we found out that in this case, yes, you had infrastructure of tunnels beneath the hospital, but it wasn't only beneath the hospital. It was stretched to other areas in that region. And that's why, it wasn't only under the hospital. But you should ask yourself, why under almost every hospital in Gaza, you have a command center of Hamas? And that's the question we should ask ourselves.
Sir, I just want to tell you what our experts have told.
She's about to expose his lies. Notice that this guy is described as a right-wing thorn in Benjamin Netanyahu's side. How right-wing do you have to be a right-wing thorn in Netanyahu's side?
Told us those tunnels that you're talking about, the dark shapes highlighted there on the screen, the markings were caused by water, not tunnels, because these are drainage systems. And so the dark shades that you're talking about, which Israel claims to be tunnels, are in fact caused by water because of a drainage system.
Well, I'm not familiar with your expert, but I can tell you that, Yalda, that today in Gaza, you have underground system bigger than the tube in London and the subway in New York City combined. It's a huge infrastructure of tunnels. All the dollar that was spent over the years in Gaza went to the tunnels. And that's unfortunate. And we are determined it will not be that case. The future of Gaza will be without Hamas, without tunnels, and hopefully the money will be invested in building hospitals and schools and not a network of tunnels.
Ambassador, so can I confirm that the video that the IDF has put out to say was the European hospital and that there was a tunnel system under there was in fact wrong?
Absolutely not. I told you earlier, we checked it, and we saw tunnels that started in the hospital and went to other areas in the surrounding area of the hospital.
Well, our experts say that this is in fact the courtyard of a school and not a command and control center. And like I said, those tunnels that you point to are in fact the dark marks were caused by water because of a drainage system. So would you say then and admit that this was in fact a mistake by the IDF?
Absolutely not. And I think we will be able to confirm some of the individuals who we were able to eliminate in this operation. And you will ask yourself, it was like a school, why you have leaders of Hamas terrorist organization hiding beneath a school, beneath a hospital. They're taking advantage of those places, but we are determined to hunt them down everywhere.
I'm sorry, you're not answering my question. The footage put out by the IDF, they claimed that it was the tunnel and command and control center underneath the European hospital. The footage, in fact, is of a school. Did the IDF put out the wrong footage or they got it wrong?
He just can't admit it, can he? He's like talking to a brick wall. But it's clear from the evidence that either they lied or they were mistaken. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Did the IDF lie by way of deception? Thou shalt do war? One of their sayings, or did they just get it wrong?
No, so I answered you. Maybe you are not happy with the answer I'm giving you, but it wasn't only the hospital itself. The surrounding of the hospital, you have other infrastructure of Hamas, you have tunnels connecting those infrastructure into the hospital, and it's not the first time that we see that the hospital itself is the headquarters, and in facilities around the hospital, you have command centers of Hamas.
I think they must be getting a bit disappointed, some of the Israel supporters, because their mantra of "do you condemn Hamas" started to wear a bit thin, and even the mainstream media are not really towing that line anymore. Got some more details up about this Danny on the screen. His father was from Egypt and came to Israel in 1950, and his son grew up to be, what did they say, a right-wing thorn in the side of Benjamin Netanyahu. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as ever, thank you for watching.